Well, is this the end of cryptocurrency trading and the start of index fund trading? Because as you can see right here on the screen on my Weibo account, we are down 29% on Shiba Inu, down to 47.92, and that's up from the all-time high around 8,700 just a couple days ago. So I got a lot to break down in today's video. If you are a new subscriber that just followed me on the Shiba Army, make sure you stick with me through this whole video. And if you're an original subscriber, don't worry, we're still going to talk about dividends, personal finance, and everything else. But you might be wondering, why am I talking so much about Shiba Inu? Some of you have asked, are you now one of those Shiba Inu guys like everybody else seems to be talking about? Well, there's a lot of things going on here, and I got some receipts to share with you on why I started this journey, where I'm going, and some very key factors when it comes down to Shiba Inu versus index funds. Share this video with a lot of people because I think a lot of people need to hear this right now today. So first things first, somebody came up to me and they said, should I sell out of Shiba Inu because we're down so much right now? I mean, I am losing money. I invested when it was in the 8,000s. Now it's at 47.93. Should I cash out? And should I just invest it into index funds? The very first thing I said is, wait a minute, stop. You aren't investing in index funds or any type of stocks or ETFs at all? And they said, no, I just started putting money into Shiba Inu. And I said, oh God. And then I said, wait a minute, if we zoom out for a second, sure, we might be down 29% as you see here in my Weibo account, but if we zoom out to 1 month, you can see we're up 243%. If we zoom out even further to 3 months, we're up 669%. But it made me kind of worried for two different reasons. One, here's somebody who's not investing at all and they're only going into Shiba Inu. Two, there's a lot of people asking, why are all the YouTubers just focusing on what they call coins? Well, I'm addressing that in today's video. Let's start with the receipts that I just mentioned. So, when they listed, I was looking into Shiba Inu because I originally was looking at Dogecoin and I was not a fan of Dogecoin. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was not, because it was really a meme coin that didn't seem to have a lot of development. It wasn't doing much other than making fun of Bitcoin and becoming a meme coin. And you might be like, well, so is Shiba Inu, isn't it? Isn't Shiba Inu another meme coin? Why are you talking about this so much? Well, the thing with Shiba Inu is I've been looking a lot at their papers, at their development, watching them closely, and studying it a lot. I like the fact that they're launching out into their own blockchain. I like the fact that they have their Shiboshis. I like the fact that they're looking at different ways to make this a utility and a use case, because you want your cryptocurrency to actually be something valuable that could be used, traded as a good or service, or provide value to people. And that's kind of why I was looking into it. But this was when nobody was talking about it. And right here's the proof. You can see I made my first transaction on September 3rd. Not a whole lot of people were talking about Shiba Inu back then. And in fact, you can see the price was 50726. And then on 9/7, it started dropping down even more to 580 at the lowest. And I continued to buy. I invested a total of about $670 during that period in September. And I thought to myself, I said, you know what? I have my other investments on lockdown, but I got some extra $670 going in. I think Shiba Inu could be an interesting investment. I'm going to put it in. Now, if I lose all $670 and it goes away, I am not going to be torn apart about that. But then you're going to see, well, wait a minute. You also invested an additional $150 on 1028, an additional $131 on 1030, and a $1,000 investment on 1031. So as you can see here in my Weibo account, total cost $1,951 is how much money I put into this. I am still up 181% as of the recording of this video at a market value of about $5,400. Now, a couple things could happen. This could go back up. In fact, at one point, I was up about 800 to 900%. And it could come back down, and it could even go so low that I lose all my money, which means the $1,900 that I put into this could be worth $0. And that could honestly happen. And if it does, I'm not worried about it. And what worried me was this guy that was saying, hey, should I just do the index funds? I'm not invested in them at all. And I got worried and I said, I got to come forward because I care about you guys, both the SHIB Army, my Sweet Life Money family, and all of my subscribers. I am so excited that we're over 75,000 subscribers and I care so much about you guys that I want to make sure that we got a level base going on here. So let's start from the beginning. If you're invested in Shiba Inu and you believe in this coin, then that's great. You should be doing your research. Look on Twitter, check things out, watch these YouTube videos. I'm here for you to explain this, which is why I've been doing so many Shiba Inu videos lately, because a lot of people were asking me about it. And the more you guys ask about certain topics, the more I'm going to deliver them as long as I'm familiar with what I'm talking about. And that's why I started doing what I'm doing. But herein lies the problem. the base needs to be set first. So what exactly is the base? Here's what I did. I first started with setting up an emergency fund. So I have cash in the bank right now. And sure, I could put that cash on Shiba Inu, but I'm not doing that because you got to have a level of self-control, right? So I'm thinking to myself, no self, you can't do that. What you're going to do instead is just leave this money in a very boring savings account. Tons of money that in the case that the roof decides it wants to start leaking, I can have cash available to immediately fix the roof without having to worry about dealing with loans or dealing with some way to find the money. The next thing I did is I guaranteed myself a 14% return. And you might be like, whoa, wait, what? 14% return, like guaranteed? Guaranteed. What I did is I realized on my credit card I had a 14% interest rate. And I was carrying a balance month over month. Now this was years ago, but I thought, wait, I need to get this thing paid down. So I focused on paying down the debt. Think about this. If you put your money, if you get some extra cash, you get a bonus from work, you have extra money lying around. Give yourself a guaranteed return. Look at the interest you're paying on your loans and pay that stuff off instead. It's twofold. One could argue back at me and say, well, wait a minute. The rise of Bitcoin, the rise of Shiba Inu was much greater than 14%. If I put that money towards Shiba Inu instead, and I rose up to 50, 100, 800, or 1,000%, that's much more than the measly 14%. And that does make sense, but it's not always logical, because what happens if it happens the other way around? You invested at the all-time high of Shiba Inu, and it's dropping down right now, and you freak out and you sell at a 24% loss. That's where I see a lot of people doing, and I don't want that to happen to you guys. So there's a lot of people out there that I think are investing a lot of money that they actually need into Shiba Inu in hopes that they're gonna get rich quick. And that's not the point of investing in things like this. We're in it for the long game, baby. We got diamond hands, and the reason we have diamond hands is we trust in what we're doing. We're trusting in the product, and if it does end up screwing us and we're left with nothing, oh well, it was fun while it lasted. Move on. Then the third step is investing in good quality index funds. And this is what I mean by Shiba Inu versus index funds. You have index funds that are focused primarily on the stock market. Things like VTI tracks the total stock market. Then you have VOO, which tracks the S&P 500. Now, for the longest period of time, the S&P 500, which has weathered many more storms than any cryptocurrency has always seen, on average, about a 10% return. And that's pretty darn cool. So what I do first is I max out my Roth IRA. I can put about $6,000 per year, and that grows tax-free. So you max that out, then you contribute to your 401k with your employer. If you can, try to max that out, and then you can take extra money and throw it toward a brokerage if you want. So the key would be then that extra fund money, after you do all those good, sound investments, you can throw toward Shiba Inu, you can throw toward Bitcoin, and you can balance out your diversification between crypto and stocks and ETFs. Having a nice balance, that is what's going to separate the people that win and live their ultimate sweet life and the people that are trying to chase the next gambling dream. And I don't want that for you guys. Don't gamble your money away. But that brings us to Shiba Inu. I'm not worried about it dropping. We might even see the 3,000, 2,000s again. I'm just warning you, we might. But let me show you two other graphs. Let's start with Dogecoin. Right over here we got Dogecoin. And here we are at a high. Let's say you bought up here, even if you bought down here, this happened all of a sudden. Look how far it drops down. So that's scary, and that is dangerous. A lot of people got scared about it, and some people sold for a loss. But look what it's doing. It's starting to slightly balance out. Here it popped up, and maybe some people could have made back their money if they invested at the all-time high, or you're just feeling pretty good right now. The goal would be this continues to go up if you trust and believe in Dogecoin. Now, personally, I don't. I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I'm a Shiba Inu guy. But Dogecoin, if that's your thing, if that's your jam, don't sell at a loss. If you sold at a loss, what that tells me is that you needed the money and you're afraid of losing more money. That's not what we're doing here. So if you look at Bitcoin, this is an even greater example. I did a video back here during Bitcoin days when we were trading for $60,000 per Bitcoin. Then, right around July, you can see down here, right around July, somebody comments on that old video and they say, whoa, I can't believe Bitcoin used to be at 60,000. You're crazy. Now look at it, you fool. Yeah, but hold on. We had a bit of a pullback there, right? 30,000, but look where it's at now. It's coming back up. And now people are talking about a new all-time high, $70,000, $100,000. All these numbers are being thrown out there. The point is, do you trust and believe in what you're investing in? That's kind of the key here. If you invested here, right here, back here at 60,000, got scared here, you're not playing the game the right way. You're selling at a loss. So that brings us to Shiba Inu. Now, right now, things are looking kind of scary, right? We're down below Dogecoin again. It just doesn't look good. Look at all this red going on. But remember, we zoom out, we'll get a better picture. If you look at the 3-month, look at that growth. Look at the growth that's going on in Shiba Inu. Even though we're dropping quite a bit right now, look at the growth. There were 2 things I did during my investment journey once I paid off my debt and everything I just rambled about. The first thing I did is I always look at when the market is cool. And what I mean by that is when people aren't talking about it. I shared with you my Webull results. Back in early September, there were not that many people talking about Shiba Inu as there was recently. Same thing with Bitcoin. And I'm kicking myself for this one particular investment. Right after I got out of debt, I went in and I bought some Bitcoin, and the year was 2017. In fact, I'm going to pull it up just to make some light out of my own mistake so you can understand where I'm coming from. Right here is when I bought Bitcoin. Look how far back that is. That is the year 2017. It was December 2017. And people were talking about Bitcoin, and I'm like, hey, I have some money to invest now. Let me do it. So I did it, and then I, for some reason, even though I didn't care if I lost the money, got scared when it dropped down. So I said, you know what? Maybe Bitcoin's not where it's supposed to be. I should just sell out. Yeah, those are the numbers. But look at where we are today if I would have held on. And why is that? It's because I didn't trust and believe. I wasn't looking into Bitcoin. I just thought, oh, people are talking about it. Maybe it's the next best thing. But I find that when people are talking about it, it's not the best thing to do. It's going to be kind of funny that I'm quoting this, but Warren Buffett, right? I'm quoting Warren Buffett on cryptocurrency, and I'm going to say that he says a very good quote that I think applies to this exact example. Be fearful when people are greedy, and be greedy when people are fearful. So you need to think to yourself, where are we right now in the market? Is it starting to cool off? Are people becoming fearful? If you have extra cash that you're willing to burn, could you potentially invest it? Or is it being talked about all over the place? Like these YouTubers that keep talking about Shiba Inu all the bloody time, like me. I get it. But, you guys are asking for it, so I'm going to bring it to you. But, is there a point that you're just like, oh my gosh, like maybe this is the key, right? That's what we need to focus on when it comes down to making the best investments. Now, this video was a little bit different, but I wanted to come forward and explain that you should have your base foundation set up so you can continue to grow your ultimate sweet life. If you found value, please smash that like button and share this video so we can help inspire more people to do the right thing. Until next time, here's another video you can check out, and we'll see you on the next video.